Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Life Insights with Dr. Mercy. I'm sorry I've not been here all the time as expected because I've been busy, carrying out other responsibilities that life has presented me with. I'm trying to balance everything, responsibility as a wife, responsibility as an intentional mother, responsibility as an educator, and responsibility as a woman in ministry. I tell you, my heart is always here. This vision, has not died and will never die. And I'm here tonight because everything that pertains to the girl child causes my heart to bleed. I am here for justice for Ochanya, and Ochanya must get justice. I am very happy that the man, the irresponsible man, the head of a home, a whole father of his own children, husband to a woman, father to his own children. Did I hear he's a lecturer? He is a professor in a university or where? How irresponsible can he be? How irresponsible can he be, him and his son, sleeping with a little girl at the age of 7, violating a little girl, violated a little girl until she caught an infection and she died of that infection. This girl has been violated by this man and his son under the wife's watch from age 7. There is no how the woman that had Ochanya with her in her house as maybe her errand girl or whatever, there's no how she would say that she did not notice changes in the girl. It is not possible that a little girl lives with you and as she's growing and developing, you are not noticing changes in the way, in her mannerism. You're not noticing changes in her attitude, in her mood. Then you all have failed this little girl, starting from her parents. But I'm still coming to that. You all failed Ochanya. You failed Ochanya big time. I want to read to you the 10 rights of a girl child. In Nigeria, I'm not talking about, any part of the world. I'm starting from Nigeria because here in America, it is similar. But I'm reading that from Nigeria. Okay? These rights of the girl child are protected under Nigerian laws like the Child's Rights Act 2023 and the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act. Key rights of a girl child in Nigeria. Number 1, rights to survival and development. This includes the right to have a name and nationality. Number 2, rights to free, compulsory, and universal primary education. Girls are entitled to education without discrimination. I'm reading this from Nigeria. Rights to health and health services. This includes access to health care services to ensure a healthy life. Number 4, rights to parental care. I hope Ochanya's parents are listening. And every mother out there, you are listening. And every father. Because parental care shouldn't be left alone to mothers. Fathers inclusive. Number 4, rights to parental care, protection, and maintenance. Girls have a right to be cared for by their parents or guardians. Number 5, freedom from discrimination. All girls have the right to be treated equally without any form of discrimination. Number 6, rights to protection from harm. I hope Ochanya's parents are listening. I hope Ochanya's guardian, the woman, the mother in the house where Ochanya was being violated day in, day out. I hope she's listening to me. You all failed Ochanya. She has a right to protection from harm. This includes protection from violence, abuse, neglect, exploitation, and harmful traditional practices such as child marriage and female genital mutilation. Number 7, rights to private and family life. This right ensures a girl's privacy and her right to a family life. Number 8, freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. Every girl has a right to her own beliefs and to practice her religion. Number 9 now, freedom of movement. Girls have the right to move freely within the country. Now, number 10, rights to dignity. Girls are entitled to the dignity of their person. Oh my God. If we take rights to parental care, number 4, and we take right to protection from harm, number 6, and we take rights to dignity, number 10, Ochanya's parents failed her. The guardians who were overseeing Ochanya, who were raising Ochanya, the people that Ochanya lived with, failed her in these 3 regards. But I will start from Ochanya's parents. And I'm saying this to all the parents out there. Please, mothers, fathers, can we try to do better? Since now we know better. The rate of abuse in our society now is so rampant. In this week alone, I can tell you how many cases of the girl child abuse that I have heard. And it causes my heart to bleed. It really causes my heart to bleed. This is my advice to parents out there. Plan better. Be intentional about your sex life. Be intentional. Be intentional about the children you want to bring to life. Marriage is not just about you and your spouse. It is equally about the children you are going to bring to life in that marriage. What is your plan? What is your intention? What is your intended plan for those children when they come? Is your plan to give them out to modern day slavery? This is a starting point. Even though these laws have been put in place for the girl child, even though there are organizations, NGOs, even here in the US, there are, bodies that fight for the girl child, for the rights of the girl child. But I want to believe that if parents can do their part, if parents can be more intentional about bringing children to life, half of this problem will be solved. The problem of abuse, the problem of violation. Before you have a child, can you please ensure that you are ready to take responsibility to protect that child, to help that child, nurture that child, to watch that child develop correctly, rightly. Protect that child from harm. Protect that child from violation. If we put plans in place, if we know based on our income, based on our lifestyle, we can only be able to have 2 or 3 children. If it's one, you can have. Honestly, that is one thing I see over here in America. I know a lot of family friends who have one child. And when you say, oh, why is you have only one? You say, that's the much that we can do. They will tell you about the cost of daycare. They will tell you about the cost of, sending that child to a good school. Tell you about the cost of providing everything that child needs. Because people who are not in America think that everything in America is free. It's not. It's not as free as you think. You have a role to play as a parent. That is where your intentionality comes to play. You have to be intentional in bringing a child to life. You have to plan it out. I can take care of only one child. Okay. I can take care of only 2 kids. Okay. I can take care of 3. Fine. If you put such plans in place, then there will be no reason for you to package your child as early as 7 and ship your child to go live with someone else, thereby exposing that child to violation. You're already exposing that child to abuse because nobody can love your child like you. You are alive, but you have given your child out to advanced slavery. Your child is an errand girl in another person's house. She'll be used to do the dishes. She'll be used to sweep the floor. She'll be used to run around all manner of errands in the house for someone else. And you get something in exchange for your own lifestyle. Life is already challenging. Being a girl child in this whole wide world is already challenging. Why make it more difficult for your girl child? Why push your girl child out there, exposing your girl child to violation? Why? Why, mothers? Why, fathers? That shows you don't love that child. That shows you had no plan for that child. Please, can we change our mentality? Can we change the way we do things so that we can have a better result? If you know you are not ready to cater for more than one child, please, can you put plans in place in your life so that you have only that child that you're able to care for? And do not allow societal pressures to push you into having children that you cannot care for. This is my candid advice to parents. I'm a very practical person. We're shouting here and there about child abuse, child violation, girl child violation. But can we take responsibility and know that it begins with us? As parents, it begins with us as parents. Because it is the child that you did not protect that will be violated. It's the child that you do not care for that will be violated. Here in America, child safety is key. Child safety is key. You don't leave your children carelessly with strangers. In short, that is part of what we teach even in the school system. I'm telling you, as like very young from like preschool here in America, children are taught not to speak with strangers. Children are taught what is the right touch, what is the wrong touch. Children are taught to speak up for themselves and even speak to their parents, like communicate with their parents, whatever goes on or went wrong with them during the day. You will see a little child, you will say, don't touch me. They're already taught from home to speak up for themselves. What are we doing in Nigeria? What are we doing? Mothers, what are we doing? Let's wake up. Let's be more intentional. Parenting is not a piece of cake. Parenting is hard work. Parenting is intentional. It's serious business. Teach your child as as you're raising that child from babyhood. Begin to nurture that child and put in safety measures in place. Educate your little girl child, even your boy child, because any child can be violated at an early stage if not protected. Teach them what they should know about their safety. Teach them to cry out for help. Teach them to know when somebody is touching them in an inappropriate manner. And teach them to report that to you. Report to the nearest adult in the school. Report to you when they get home. Child abuse is a no-no here in the US. If you're caught, even if you are the mother of the child and you're abusing your child, the child might be taken away from you. They don't take, like it's not a joke over here. People go to prison for abusing their own child. If your child comes to school with a bruise on the skin, you understand me, a mark, that you are meant to report it as a teacher. As soon as you see it, you have to document it. You have to report it to the nurse. The nurse reports to the school authority. The school authority reports to a higher authority that looks into such criminal cases. An authority, an organization, they call them DIFES. They act on behalf of children in America. They advocate for children. They speak up for children. They protect children. They fight for children. They deliver children from abuse. And so if care is not taken, if you're discovered to be abusing your children in any way, your children might be taken away from you. Not to talk of you as a mother sending your child away to another family and your child is being violated and you didn't know. Or you visit the family every other time and you never ever called your child to the side and ask questions. Is everything okay with you? You never looked out for the child because you've been, beclouded with the gifts you get from that family, the money they give you, the lies they tell to you. How can even the guardian of Ochanya not know that Ochanya was being abused by her husband and her son? How possible is that? How possible? Because a little girl of 7 will be falling sick from such an abuse, from such violation. So parents, please, let's do better. It's not just enough for us to cry out when everything has gone wrong. What are we doing at the foundational level to protect our children, to protect our girl child, to protect our little kids from being violated? Please plan your life based on your income, based on your life status. Ask yourself, I'm going into marriage, I'm going into motherhood, but how many children can I cater for? Be intentional about it. I can care for only one child. Bring only one child to life. I can care for 2. Bring only 2 children to life. If you know you have the capacity to care for 3, then bring 3 children to life, because it is not a joke. Motherhood, it is work. Parenting should be intentional. Parenting is work. You have to protect the child from harm. That is the way it's stated in American law. You have to protect the girl child from harm. The same way it's stated in Nigerian law. You have to protect the girl child from harm. You have to protect the girl child from violation. You have to protect the girl child. Safety of the girl child is paramount. You have to protect the girl child from any form of attack. Ochanya's parents have failed her. The guardian has failed her. That man and his son have failed her. Now she's no longer with us. What do you people stand to gain? What do you stand to gain? It is my desire that every man, be him a young man or full-grown adult, that is molesting a girl child, will be brought to justice. And for this that has been done to Ochanya, justice must be served. It is my desire that justice must be given to Ochanya. Yes, she's no longer with us, but we will speak until she gets justice. Once again, I say justice for Ochanya. And parents, remember, let's plan our lives better. Let's bring children that we can cater for into this life. And stop giving out our children for modern day slavery. Let's stop giving our children out for modern day slavery. Protect your child. Here in America, we drop off our children to school, we pick them up. And if our child have to sign up for any after-school program, it has to be with parent consent. Our children are not allowed to loiter or follow friend or go anywhere. Even that child that your child wants to follow, the parent will even question, does your mother know you are coming with me? Because if anything goes wrong with anybody's child in the US, it's a big deal. You don't leave your child carelessly with anyone that you cannot trust. You cannot. Child protection is a big issue in the United States. And I know it's equally, a big issue in Nigeria, but many people do not respect the law. And because they can wangle their way out. If you're caught in this part of the world, there is no wangling of your way out. You go for it. You go for it. You go for it. So please, we can do better. We know better now. We can do better. Justice for Ochanya. And justice Ochanya must get. And every other girl child that has been molested out there. Even yesterday, I was listening to a program where a 13-year-old girl that is pregnant does not even know who got her pregnant. But at least one of the people that have abused her owned up to the fact that he has, slept with her like 4 times. And one other person, quote and unquote, a lesson teacher, was denying. But the girl was saying, no, you attempted raping me twice. But what hurt my spirit so much was that this 13-year-old girl was being blamed for lying. They say she lied. She that she wasn't saying the truth. You know, like she was being even bullied again. But she's a young child. She's a minor. She has not attained the age of consent. What is going on? What is going on in our part of the world? What is going on? What is going on? Men, please, I beg of you, let's act better towards the younger generation, towards the girl child. Please, they have a right to live. They have a right to safety. They have a right to freedom. They have a right to be protected. Please, stop harming our girl children. Stop harming them. Stop abusing them. Stop violating them. Now we have lost another one again. We have lost her. We have lost her. This is so painful to me. That is why I came out tonight, to add my voice to justice for Ochanya. And I'm very sure she will get justice. And parents, learn your lessons. As I'm speaking, I know there will be some other parents who will be planning to send their child again to another, maybe family member or some richer family somewhere who will help them to educate their child, send their child to school and give them money in exchange. Or give them some other life goodies in exchange. You're exchanging for a child that you carried in your womb for 9 good months. You are exchanging her for money or exchanging her for other life goodies. Your child is in somebody's house being used as an errand girl, being used as a modern day slave. And you are in your own house comfortably enjoying the money you exchange for your child and the goodies that they give to you when you visit them. And they will lie to you that everything is okay with your child, and you will believe. You sent out a child that cannot speak for herself, a child that cannot fight for herself, a child that will be shouted at or intimidated and said, don't let anybody hear this happened. And the child will start living in fear. From age 7, a child was molested up to age 13. And you never knew as a mother, and you used to visit them. And her guardian, the mother in that home, wow. We can do better, parents. Let the pains we're going through because of Ochanya, let it help each and every one of us to be more intentional in our parenting. Let's not bring to life a child that we do not love, a child that we do not have love for, a child that we cannot protect, a child that we cannot educate, a child that we cannot nurture. Justice for Ochanya, and justice she will get. Thank you for stopping by. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, and God will bless you. Bye-bye.